Hello, how are you guys? Whew, what adventures I have to tell you of today. Woo, so many. Most recently, the glow on my face. I just have come in. So I'm Lori LaRose. I have Active Stamping here on Facebook and on Instagram. I also have a blog actually, also called Active Stamping. Anyway, so all Active Stamping all over the place. The blog's not current, just in case you're really like, oh, I want to read it. Anyways, I like to pretend. I am totally blanking on what I was about to say. Sorry about that. Oh, and I live in Rocky Mountain House, Alberta. Hi, Vicki. How you doing? And I live on a farm, basically, or well, a bison ranch or a bison farm, and I have cows in the summertime, and mostly just love life. But I also have a big, huge septic field that we have a ride and mower, and I mow it around, and I love the way my place looks, and la la la. Anyways, I was mowing for the last hour. and I go over some precarious places that maybe haven't seen the mower in a year. Like, it's like, oh, I'll just stretch this path a little tiny bit. Oh, I'd like to go up the road. And usually there's like a big log there, or a tree has been chopped down and it's too high really for my mower, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm watching always. I'm really super careful. And so now I'm back on my septic field where I mow it like lots of times once a week for like 8 weeks of the year kind of thing. Like, I'm on that all the time. Well, frost heave, I guess. Big, huge rock. Carrie's very positive. He thinks that he'll be able to fix it. I'm not so positive, can I just say. Anyways, that was the end of that. I'd have been late, so maybe the crafting gods were looking down for you guys and said, you have to go in, Lori. I was like 1 minute too, so there it is. And I'm trying to find some space. If you're wondering, is she just distracted? Not meaning to be, but I'm trying to tidy up. So we got together on Saturday night and did a little bit of stuff with Grove. I'm calling us the Groovy Grove. No, Groove, it should be Groovy. We're the Groovy Grovers. But anyways, the Groove gals, the Groove gals, and we made some we played with some stuff. I hope you can too. And I could tell you a whole nother story. Hi, Sharon. Hey, I bet it's so hot in Radiant. It's really hot here too. Just so you know, it is 30 degrees in Rocky Mountain House. I didn't even give you a weather report. It is hot, sunny, and wonderful here in Rocky Mountain House. We are making hay. My husband was out haying, so he's having a late supper. I was down in the field today. I should have got a picture actually, with lemonades and cold sparkling drinks and stuff. But yeah, so yes, it's got to be hot, hot, hot in Radium. I understand that it's also like hot in probably Kelowna too, probably up in Grand Prairie. What was I going to say? I don't know. Anyways, we had a good time. The Grove crowd is a bundle. If you're like, that sounds like fun, you can still join. You can actually join anytime through the entire month, honestly, you guys, because it's buying a bundle of products, and that gives you totally free access for a month. We're a designated Facebook group, so the stuff will be there. So you just go and catch up. There's a little Grove, we call it Grove, like it's a bingo page, you know what I mean? So you have a whole bunch of boxes to have challenges on, and oh, I need to post a sketch, combined with the fun stuff. So Creativity for Everyone is our public group, and so you're welcome to pop over there and take a look. There are colors of the week and colors of the month. I don't know what the color of the month is. Colors of the week are announced on Friday, and then we do the Friday night live with the color of the week. That's brand new. And if I don't use the color of the week, you can chug-a-lug a beer. No, just we do have a cocktail party, cocktails and cards on Friday. Okay, I think I can put this down. That's enough of looking at this face, this shiny face of mine. Hi, Cheryl. Although it is fun if I get to see your guys' faces. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, change. I was thinking that I would open up my computer so I can see you guys better. And we did have a Canada Day recently, so that was really fun. I hope that if you're American and watching, you enjoyed your celebrations down there a couple days after ours. So yes, this is a really, really fun set. Lots of potential. And the other things that we're buying, working with, are the metallic enamels. So there's 3 colors of that. And the ribbon, not that one, but a ribbon. And geez, I don't know what else. That might just about be it. Probably some gems. Ribbon. One. I feel like there's 4 things. I don't know what the other one is. If you're interested, touch base with me and I will tell you. I got a new set and that's what I think we're going to work with because it is a happiest day. Da, 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 da. This is a super fun little set. And yes, it's a super fun little set. That's right. That's what I want to say. So let's stamp. Let's stamp. Do, 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 do. Friday night, was it, that I worked with this guy? Oopsie, lost half of it. There's a bow at some point in its life. I am going to be mailing this out to somebody. So go and find that video, take a watch, see what I ask you to do, and you, it will be glued down, but that one might come to you in the mail. I will be doing that in the next couple days. I need some paper. Hang on 1 second. Whew. I'm hot. I just phoned Stampin' Up today to say hello. I didn't get my sorry, I'm just thinking here. I just got, I'll tell you 3 stories at once because that's really not the way to rock and roll, but black ink is over there. I think I might need some white. And of course I can't remember even the stories I started talking about, but let's pretend. Where is my basic beige? I just bought a basic beige stamp set, but I don't think you're going to get to see it tonight because I cannot figure out where it is right this very second. So on Friday nights, when I can't figure things out like this, it would be a great time to have a little chug-a-lug of a drink. We just drink. It's a drinking game, actually. All right. I did get a box full of cardstocks and stuff today. This month is a perfect month to replenish any stocks that you might need and possibly even do something. Wow, it's quite interesting. The lighting on this, that changed that color totally. Did you guys see that? Go back on the replay and watch how different that was. For every $6 in Canada that you order with me, you get every $60 rather, you get a $6 coupon to spend next month on more fun stuff, basically, I'll say. I don't know what the fun stuff will be, but pretend that I come up with some fun stuff for you to play with. But one of the things that is a great time, get your Christmas card materials all ready to happen and go. We are going to play some Christmas in July along with everybody else that seems to be doing that. It's kind of a fun thing to do. Although I have to say, I probably got more stamp sets from the online that were fall. There's a pumpkin set and this beautiful leaf set. Like I said, this leaf set, and honestly, you can buy it this month as well if you're like, I can't wait. But, and then you can buy the extra stuff later from me. Order the leaf set from me along with, there'll be a bundle just like, but in September, I'm 96% sure that the bundle is going to get you in to the club. Anyways, these 3 big stacks of cardstock, like the packs of paper, were together. And I was like, wow, is that ever pretty? So I set it aside and I've pulled it over here. Okay, you guys, that's your challenge for the week. Work with this week because look how beautiful that is. However, I'm going to work with this nice, bright, fun set, and I want to play with yellow and lime green and some bright colors. I want orange. I'm going to bring some orange in. Peekaboo, no, what's it called? Peach pie and petunia pop. Yeah, that's what I'm going to work with. Love it. Okay, so did you like how I just totally changed course there? And I do have a couple scraps here, but nothing significant. So I need to go and get some real white paper. Hang on. What were you guys up to on the weekend? And then I'll come back over there and tell you a scary story of my adventures on the farm. Good gracious. Okay, I want to do, I don't know what I want to do, but we're going to see what I want to do. I cut this at 3 inches. And I'm going to, that'll fold in half at 4 1/4. That would actually be nice. Okay, and then, all right, I'm just talking to myself over here. Don't be alarmed. Oh, you guys are so quiet. 35 degrees, Susan. Good Lord. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so brand new stamp set. Love the words. You make me feel like glitter in the sun. Oh, that's so cute. Thinking of you today and every day. Wishing you the happiest birthday and you're the best. Cool little these guys. Didn't even notice those. A little rainbow, obviously. Sun. 2 shades of sun. And these, so this is, I'm going to stamp a couple of these guys. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to make a little fancy fold by folding this guy in half. So this guy is 3 inches by 8.5. I would never suggest working along with me. I don't know why this is crooked. 100% crooked, you guys. I don't know. It didn't. I must have been hallucinating over there. You know, if you don't do things carefully. Huh. Sad. Anyways, okay. I will trim that up when I go back over there. I'm going to stamp this little guy. And I think because he's a 2-step, I can stamp him in 2 different colors. So I'm going to stamp him in Petunia Pop and then layer him in with some Peach Pie. No, I'm not, but you'll wait and see. Oh, you know what? I love that my brain works sometimes like this. Surprised this is the way this works, but okay. I just saw that somebody did this, I think an artisan did this as a cool thing. How's that? They did it cool. They did it as a flower, actually, and I need a flower, so bring this in here. I'm going to stamp it because I'm going to cut it out. So I'm going to stamp it with my Petunia Pop. Not sure if he's supposed to be that crooked or not, but that's okay. Cute. And now I'm going to bring in, actually, is there a blue in this set? No, boho. I'll bring in Azure, because I love Azure. Afternoon, it's totally summer to me. It's like August. It probably is our color of the month for August, maybe. If Keisha's around, she can let us know. I don't know what her color. Oh, we don't need to know. Then you guys will know. If you're ever concerned that as you're applying it, you're like, ugh, do you know that photopolymer, you can change the shapes of it totally? So in this case, this will be perfect. Maybe that's what they did. So in this case, now that that's like that, I can stamp. And then I can stamp again. And I can stamp again. And I can stamp one more time. Maybe I can't do both of them. Oh, I can. It's perfect. Oopsie-doo. Ooh, not bad. Not great, but not bad. But to avoid having it warped, not because I want it to fill in, right? It's a 2-step. If you lay it down, it's really sticky. Generally speaking, if you lay it down and you pick it up, then you'll be in a good stead. Now, we're going to stamp this guy. He's 2-step stamping, meaning that I stamped him once and then this piece goes on the inside of him. And I do need to be able to see what I'm doing here. And I can just line him up. He seems like he's going to overlap like crazy. And he does not seem like I picked him up straight, can I just say? Okay. I got it. Glad I did this on a rough piece of paper. I'm going to stamp him again. I'm just curious. I'm going to practice him once, actually. I'm going to stamp it off once, just so that it's not so dark through, because I'm going to stamp it on the other side. But I'm just kind of curious. That one looks pretty good. Oh gosh, I didn't even see anything. All right, I got to stamp him again. Hang on one second. And I may have had him, the original guy, might not have been good, just FYI. Anyways, okay, so here we go. Stamp. Sometimes, and I'm curious, what do you guys like best? Sometimes I find if I stamp the inside first and stamp the outside second, sometimes that helps. Can you see my hair? Okay, this is going to be perfect. Da-da-da-doo. Yay! 2 times the charm. Okay, again like this. And I take this guy off. Oy. Okay, so I was out walking down in our slough area where my cows hide out on hot days like today. And all of a sudden you hear this ruffle, 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 ruffle. And I look up and all this movement's going in the grass. And I'm like, whoa. And before I can even really register, so in hindsight, I figure out what it is. But before I can register what the heck it is, I see this ruffled grouse, essentially, charging towards me like a mad hen, as they would say. And I'm like, yikes, okay, I'm not picking on your mom. Ah! And I start hoofing her. I run through in the cow pies. I'm wearing my flip-flops. Oh, yeah, you can imagine the mess. Thankfully, I didn't slip on a cow pie, but I was running right through them, just a squealing. I had to have run, honestly, I must have run 60 yards at least, if not 100 yards. And it was still running after me. All I could imagine. So, okay, full disclosure, I wear dresses all the time around the farm. And so I have bare legs most of the time. Now, a lot of times I have my rubber boot skis on, but that day, of course, today I was wearing flip-flops. And so I was just running, and this little sucker was just kept running after me. And all I could imagine is if he gets a hold of my legs, if he gets a peck on my legs, I'm in trouble. Anyways, I'm not sure if it was a he or she, but it was all ruffled out, the ruffled grouse, I'm going to call it. I don't know. I guess that's probably a real name for this sucker. I don't know if it was a male or not. But it was just chasing me. I'm screaming. Roby had gone into the pond to have a little dip because it was so hot. And I'm yelling at him, Roby, save me! I look behind me, like I said, and he's still running behind me, this little guy. And then I got past Roby, basically, who was coming out of the water to save me. And he's probably thinking, are you calling Wolf? Because, like, you are kind of spastic, Mom, sometimes. No, I'm not. Come and save me, I said to him. So anyways, he come running up. Once he got in between me and the bird, then I could stop for a second. But I had to go at least another 40 meters probably before. And that bird, when I looked behind, he was only like 10 meters and 10 feet behind me. Like, I was frightened. Let's just say that. I was just screaming. Ah! I was laughing. There's 11 little ducklings. And I think a mixed crew of 2 different ducks. I think there's 2 families on there. And I kind of feel like there's only 2 ducks, right? So, I don't know. They don't look like they're the same breed, honestly. It's not like a male-female thing. It's like one of these things is not like the other. So I don't know if these 2 ducks banded together or not, but one was protecting for both of them last night when I was over there. No grouse around there last night, but holy man, I was scared. Oh, you know what? Carrie watched them. We watched them on replay. Marlene's asking if I'm watching the Chucks. I am not. I'm not sure that I love watching them on TV. I really love going down to the rodeo grounds and watching them. I think they're fantastic. The idea of them having to come out of the gate and put the stuff in the wagons and not be able to, outriders have to be a certain length behind and all the rules, I think is cool. All right, so you're like, why did you cut that out, Lori? Well, I had a story to tell you, but I was thinking that I could do something like this, right? So that's part of it. So I better make a couple more of those is the bottom line there. And I need to go get some more white paper. Hang on, here we go. Here's some. Sorry, I just have to cut. Can't let the secrets out of what I was doing on the other night. So let me put those stuff aside, and then I've got this. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp another flower. I'm going to do another blue one. And so, again, you'll find out, how did you make that flower, Lori? I am not sure that she did this, but geez, it sure bends easy. So I'm going to suspect. I'm going to watch her post and see. My suspicion is I didn't take a good look. I just caught it out of the corner of my eye. And I have used, what one was it that I used once like this before? So in my mind, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I've done that before. I don't know what it was that I used. Oh, the wings, the bumblebee wings. And without shaping them, I don't think. I just literally, and again, you know, it's bad. So never believe that don't not believe. I don't mean that. Don't be concerned if at one point, I literally, sometimes I see a card like 2 years later and sometimes I don't send very many cards. Bad me. But I like what I create. So I keep it lots of times. Anyways, I will see a card that I've been looking at for like a couple years, and I'll see it on Pinterest and I'll be like, oh, there's my card. What? No, it's not. Oh my gosh, I didn't make that card. Somebody else did. There's no part of me that believes that they copied me. No, I'm pretty sure that I used them completely for inspiration or a straight copy for a class or something. Sometimes the card's really similar, and I know that I use them for inspiration. Sometimes I've literally, for some of my classes, I absolutely case everything about a card because when you're playing, it's one thing. Things can kind of fall into place. But if I'm coming up with a class, I kind of need to know that, like this one is not a class card because I'm diddling around, and then y'all have to figure out what you're doing when you're here and choose colors, because I always let you have your own colors when you're at a live class with me or whatever. And I just use it. It's usually just more straightforward. I guess this one I could kind of teach and say like, okay, everybody, fold your wings in half and then stamp it 6 times. Now cut it out. There you go. Not cut it out like being you're bad. Stop that. But just cut. Fussy cut it out. Okay, this is going to be fun. Now I really should do a different color of this guy because he's going to be totally camouflaged in there. So I'll use him on a different card. I'll make another one of him. You're like, oh my gosh, Lori. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, I'm going to make another one of these, though, in a different color. So I came home and I told my husband that this bird had attacked me. And he's like, well, don't you remember I told you he did me too? And I was like, oh gosh, no, I don't remember that. Sorry, Carrie. Oops, I vaguely recall it now that I think of it, that he was saying something. I had it in the wrong spot though, mostly of where he was saying. Okay, so I'm just stamping this again. And you're like, Lori, you did it right off. I know, but I totally 100% want them to be off, so that's why. And now come up with another. This is fun. I am just having fun. So I hope that you guys are somewhere cool. We're very lucky, or not, in Rocky. We don't have air conditioning. So when I lived out, I went to school down in Carleton. And everybody and their dog, and then 3 more backups. Everybody had air conditioning. My goodness, you can't live out east in the humidity and the heat there without and I don't know how they do it, but I don't think lots of Saskatchewan has air conditioners either. But in Rocky for sure, and I still don't in Calgary either. I think a lot of the new homes in Calgary do. And not that Calgary doesn't get a solid week of 35 degrees, but mostly you're able to open your windows at nighttime. Usually through the night it cools down to something. Out here it definitely cools down to at least 20, and it's cool. I'll say mountain air kind of thing, even though I'm not quite in the mountains, but it cools down, and my house gets back down to like 18 degrees, and it takes all day for it to get up to 23 degrees kind of thing. So it's perfectly lovely. And then it's like 4 days of it, and that's the end of it. We never have the hot weather again, sort of thing. So when I was building the house, I was like, I do not need that. I can tell you that for certain. All right, so now I'm going to do another one of these guys. And I have to say, I gotta figure out what color I want to do him now. I'm gonna go with blueberry bushel and bubble gum. Boy, blueberry bushel and bubble gum. You know what? I'm gonna go. I'd like to go. Let's see if I can find my lemon. Lemon lolly. Where are you? I just saw you. here it is. Oh, I love this set. Okay, so again, it is July, specials for July. There's a new kit. There's 2 new kits. Quite honestly, I don't like one of them. But there's 2 new kits, and there's certainly, I still love the kit from last month, 100,000%. The thistles from last month, totally recommend it. $32 between the stamp set and the cards. Ay, please buy it. Like, honestly, it is so beautiful. And yes, absolutely, ask me for a host code or whatever, but you can definitely add that on to, in fact, just buy 2 of them. Boom, you'll have your $64 kind of thing, right? Absolutely stunning. And you will make up cards and you'll send them away, and they're so beautiful. Oh, yeah. Did you see that? That is some direct to ink paper going on there by rubbing it across that. All right, I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to stamp right down there. All right, I'm going to close this guy because he's obviously going to get me into trouble more. 1 down, 1 closed, 2 closed. I need centers for these guys. And Petunia Pop also getting closed, even though... So I might come back and do more Petunia Pops of those guys. But also this month, this guy, a glass mat that you can clean up nice and cinchy, is on sale, not on sale. It's for sale, not on sale, but for sale. And it is $82. And so that would also get you going forwards with a free coupon. Look how gorgeous this color is. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. I love it. Dun, dun, dun. And then my lemon lolly coming in here. Oh, he's gorgeous. This is have I said this is a fun set? Yes, it is. So I'm going to do another games night, August 9th, you guys. Book your calendar, save the date, watch and wait for details, but it'll be $50. I'm going to work with this set, this punch. You can option in, the punch is not part of the purchase of the 50, like with the 50, but you'll get the stamp set. If you'd like to add on either the punch or the dies, let me know. But that is, we're going to make some cards and play some games and have a nice time together in August with this set. So that's, save the date. All right, so now I need to clean this. The one nice thing is that I had it with peach, so it's not too crazy colored. So Keisha discovered the other day when we were in the groove that my cleaning technique is a little unorthodox. It's a good thing, let's just say, that my face isn't in a little image there. It was the other day, and she was like, Lori? And I was like, yes. She said. And I'll just leave it as that. Shayla has known all along. Okay. I just know that this isn't lined up. You guys are like, what are you doing, Lori? I'm just kind of being a spaz. I don't mean to be. Okay. And then the baby one right here. It does need to get cleaned. Hang on. Okay. So fun. This is pretty. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Okay, he's more beautiful than the other one. Sorry, I don't like to have favorites, but when you're right, you're right. When you're not, you're not. What song is that, Susan? All right. Okay, so that was my activities for today. Honestly. So I walked over to my mom's. And so my mom lives 100 yards away from my house, in her house. And I'm so lucky. She's the most beautiful woman in the whole wide world. And lovely, a great mentor. I can only wish that I'd be as cool as her. Anyways, I'm working. I still have another 30, 40 years to catch up with what she's got going on there. Anyways, I go, oh my gosh, Mom. She's like, ay. She's scared of the bears. I'm like, bears, nothing. It's the ruffled growth that's going to kill you, Mom. Okay. Look how cute this is going to be. Nice. He's going to go right there. This guy's going to be smack on there. I don't even need one for him. All right. So now he's going to get glued right there. That's going to be like that. I need a little bit of a background going on there. Let's figure out something. I need a little circle as well. So I don't know officially what we have for circles anymore. I have circles though. So I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 21 years. I guess I said 25 the other day. My apologies. Never meant to mislead you. Anyway, so this is an old, what were these called? Not elephant ears. What was this little punch called? Whale tails, this used to be called. I don't know why. This might be too big too. I probably have a smaller one, but so I just was going to do a yellow one for fun. But, oh yeah. I don't know. It's doable. A little big. It's okay. So I'll just put a little dab of glue on these guys. And I mean a little because I might come back in with a slightly smaller and potentially a slightly different color. So I literally have no idea what I'm doing when I start these cards, you guys. If you are new to my live and you're thinking you are scatterbrain, no, I'm creating. And you get a chance to see how this brain works. Okay, and then this guy needs a little bit of, we just always need a coffee cup. Remember, I always think that. When in doubt, when in a pinch, gems and a coffee cup. All right, I'm going to put a couple of these guys on here. Right. He's going to go. Okay, so now what I need to figure out, there's a little sunshine. Oh, there's some sparkles. Maybe I could just do some sparkles and some words. So it's very white behind here. And then, so one thing that I could do is run this through an embossing folder, and that might be very pretty. I'm trying to think in my brain which, like a wall, a brick wall. I'm going to go run this through a brick wall, okay? I'm going to go run this through a brick wall. Hold on. And I don't mean like at platform 9 3/4 either. We have a few different ones that could work. There's a painted wall, there's words, and there's a stressed brick wall. And I'm going to run it through that one. And hopefully there's no words on here because I'll be in trouble if there is. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. Lining it up. Bringing in my gray. One moment, please. This is one of the ones that should go in. Your card should be straight. Okay. And I'm just fixing that. Did it go? I think that might have been it. Hang on. Yeah. Sorry. It wasn't straight. Hey, remember? If you weren't here to begin with, I am going to glue them down. I just have to wait to get some color in here. All right. So now we can glue. So now I've got some texture. So now it's great. So I need to see if I can find my little pin. So I find that this glue, I love it, but I find that the nozzle gets plugged at the weirdest times. Like when I think it should be plugged, like I think that one day, well, it was a long time ago, one day, 3 weeks ago, I didn't put the lid in for the whole of night. And it was like, no problem. We'll still be open. And it never closed. Like it never sealed up. And then I put the lid on it. it is just about empty, I'll tell you that. This is a good thing, actually. So if you need to top up, whether you're just shy, like if you're at 112 or something, throw in 113. No, was this 750? Gracious, what is going on? I poked it. Clearly, I didn't do a good enough job. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. So I put my pin in a cork board. And of course, when I've stuck the pin through, usually I have done the shake, so it's like ready to come out. So the pin is always a little bit gluey. And when I put it back into the cork board, there's always a little bit of cork. So, and I didn't feel I could. Anyways, okay. So this guy here, just because of the situation, I'm going to just stick him up right like this. See? Serendipity. How did you come up with that design? Why did you put it up there, Lori? Just because I had no choice. I didn't put it up quite high enough, but that's okay. You little sucker. Why did I do that? I think I can move it just barely. Okay, now. Oh, I get to cut another one off. Okay, good stuff. That's why that guy's there. This guy, I was working, so he's going to be over here. I won't have to cut him out either. Ha ha ha. And I don't want too much glue because it'll make a mess, but I want enough because when you're gluing onto an embossing folder, you have less edges usually. And I did this, not on purpose or not. This one is a depressed one. Oh, I like it better that way probably anyways. So some people would prefer this to be front. Some people this side. I think this is the right side. I don't know. But anyways, it is what it is. And then the third one, I'm just going to put on here where it fits. I never glue. So this is like a treat or painful to watch. One of the three. My puppy is barking. I'm not sure why. My UPS man came today. It was pretty exciting. Yay-hoo. Cheryl, if you're hanging out. Spotlight on Nature shipped in two shipments for the first time ever. We sort of had like a back order. So it has arrived, by the way. This is going to be next month's with the fun circles that it goes with. This is August's playing thing with some twine and iridescent things. Okay, so that's that guy, and then we'll have him on here somewhere. Maybe right there. And I might do some ribbon. I think he's going to be coming towards this guy. Okay. Now on the inside here, I'm thinking this, ooh, I'm thinking that this, You Make Me Feel Like Glitter in the Sun, will be kind of a fun, that rhymed. There it is. You make me feel like dancing. Gonna dance the night away. Woo! You make me feel like dancing. Dancing. Dance the night away. I'm gonna use the Azure to stamp these words on the inside here. Now this could just be a little tiny note card. I'm gonna do it. How fun is that? And then I could have another guy in here. I think my husband's here. My dog is barking away here. And I'm going to have another card, and I'm going to have this as a flip-flap on the card. So I think I'll do something like this. Sorry. What is that story? That Jane, that was not Starry Night, but it looked like it, didn't it? It was Blueberry Bushel, actually, but it really looked like Starry Night. I didn't think about that, actually. Just now I am thinking that was what I was thinking that was. Okay, I need this to be, I said I was going to work with this green, but I'm not thinking so. Oh, you know what? This is this fun paper. And it's these colors. Woohoo! I'm going to put a little bit of that in here. So I'm going to cut this to be, this was 3. So I'm going to cut this 3.5. And that's 4 1/4. So by 4 3/4. 3.5. One second. And then put this on, I think maybe Peekaboo Peach base. The sun is going to set and it's absolutely beautiful coming through. So nice. So this is too solid to me, the green, the solid green. So I'm just putting this base, this. Seems like when I put this on here, it's just soft, it's just pretty. I can either do it this way or this way. I think I like it this way. I'm hoping this looks pretty. Nope. Okay. I need to see. I think craft is going to be too boring. It just happened to be there. Maybe yellow. Welcome back, Jane, by the way. Your card was really pretty the other night. I was so happy when you posted your card. The I even told somebody else, with your stamp set that you used makes me very happy. Okay, that's not enough. Possibly a green one. Let's see. I'm using the Forever, not Fern, was it Forever Leaves? That's not bad. I might need to bring in that Azure. If not this, what? Right? Like, oh my gosh, that should be right, but it's not. This is where sometimes I get in trouble because it's like, uh-oh, I don't have base for this. Azure. Come along, Azure. Wow. Azure is crazy fun. Hang on. I'm not sure if this is going to look right with a little green paper, but I'll be able to reuse this paper somewhere else. Okay, so in this case now it's probably this is not working for me now, which is too bad. This is really cute. I'm gonna have to figure out, that looks nice. So it's the blue on there that's not working for me. So that'll be another card somewhere down the road. This one I need something. Now I don't think, it might be this, but I don't think so. Let's see. What the heck do I have on here? No. Pardon my arm. I'm reaching. Maybe that. So, okay. So I used a lemon lolly here, and I used Daffodil Delight there. Oh wait, I have to use the Daffodil Delight. It's not quite the right size, but a few ribbons. Oh, it really isn't the right size. That's funny. Okay, I think I'm going to use the Daffodil Delight, so I just have to go what did I say that piece of paper was? 3.5 by 4 3/4. 3.5 by 4 3/4. Oh, that's not daffodil. That is mango in there. Daffodil. 3.5 by 4 3/4. 3.5. 4 3/4. Do, 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 do. Super fun. All right. Wow. I'm really low. Some of the girls talked about putting this in their cleavage to warm it up. Ooh, sorry. Ooh, that was some glue. Now we're cooking with fire. All right. That is a lot, so I'm just going to take some of it away with this guy. That was too much. Too much. Spread it out a little bit. Okay. Center this guy on here. So this is just a fun little silly extra fold at the front of the card. And then you could finish off the inside of the card as well. My eyeballs are not working. That is probably the main reason. Plus, if I ever am cutting crooked eye, it's not good, but just to, so this guy here, I'm going to make sure I have enough glue on him because he's kind of interactive, so you don't want him to fall off when the people are working with him. See, I have too much over here because I'm stamping or doing it live. Gluing's hard live, just so you know, you guys. And then I'm going to put another flower on the inside here. Right here, I'll have another little flower. Maybe even another butterfly, because I'm not putting any words on here. That's just a little extra. And then when the card's open, oh yeah, it looks awesome. It's a little top heavy. There. Super fun. Do, 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 do. So I would put one more flower in here, half of a flower, and another little butterfly in there. And then I'll finish this off with a white piece and another butterfly and some more words in there. It says, you make me feel like glitter in the sun. And then I could put, you're the best, or thinking of you today and every day. Either way, that would both work. And that is my little card for tonight. Dun, da, da, da. There it is. Now, would I want some of these? No, not these guys. But gems are always a nice touch, so I could add a little bit. And I could also add in perhaps a little bow or some twine here. If I so desired. Oh, you know what? This is the wrong color for this, but there's really cute petunia. This ribbon is really nice. So perhaps a green one in there. I don't have green one, but I do here. Oh, ribbon down. Oh, no, this is too much. That's not good. I thought like grass. I was pretending. That didn't work. And I don't think we have an azure. Wait, we might. I don't think this is current. It is blue. Oh, and maybe even like that, hey? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Tie a little blue ribbon. Tie a blue ribbon around the old oak tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me? Want me? If I don't see a ribbon around the old oak tree. Sometimes instead of fussing, it's just better to start fresh. I'll get on the bus. Forget about us. So amongst all my cleaning and carrying on today, I actually got to read a little tiny bit It's such a cute little rom-com book. I'm almost finished it, but I literally just only got to read a little tiny bit. Evidently, it was a short little one. I'll be sad when it's over, actually. I'm hoping there's not a whole big twist. I still have enough pages. You know how rom-coms are. They'll get back. Oh, something will happen. It'll be like, oh, for God's sake, smarten up. It's not the way things really happen in real life, but anyways. Oh, that looks cute. All right, there's my card. Now we're more done. All right, gals, I'll let you go. I will talk with you guys again tomorrow night. I'll be back live. Again, this is the Happiest Day. If you're like, where did that come from? Thank you. Happiest Day stamp set. Just really fun little stamp set that I just got in my thing. Oh, little sparkles will be fun too. So yeah, come again tomorrow. Hang out, and I will have a new idea for you tomorrow. And go. Have a great day. Enjoy your evening. Bye-bye, guys.